Thinking of a way to get rich, nigga. I'm keeping it G with Rick. Gotta talk about this shit, nigga. I'm keeping it G with Rick. When I wanna pop my shit, I'm keeping it G with Rick. Wanna talk about a little bitch, I'm keeping it G with Rick. Thinking of a way to get rich, I'm keeping it G with Rick. Gotta talk about this shit, nigga. I'm keeping it G with Rick. I had to sit down and Rick. I gotta think of a get rich scheme to go legit. I just wanna politic. Talk to a nigga with some sense. A nigga that came from the bricks. A nigga that's on the same shit. Whatever it takes.
You locked in to Keeping It G with Rick D. We got a very special guest in the building today, man. An entrepreneur at his highest level. Smart, wise, OG. We got Pope in the building today, man. Lewis, take us back, man. Like to have you on the show.
What's up, Rick?
Oh, yeah.
Being on Rick D, man. Rick D.
Yeah, man. So yeah, take our listeners back, man. To Lillian, Alabama, back in the '80s, man. You was growing up. Let us know a little something.
Make me feel old, man. Back in the '80s, huh?
For sure.
Yeah, just growing up, man. Like I said before, man, I tell my story plenty of times, man. You know, I'm an entrepreneur. You know, I walked a hard life, man. I made it to the top. And it didn't come easy. A lot of sacrifices I had to do by choices, you know. So y'all got to remember that, man. When you make sacrifices, man, you got to make sure they count. You know what I'm saying? So growing up, I ain't going to lie to you, man, it wasn't perfect, but Mom made sure everything was straight, man, until, you know, we got on our feet. So my mom and my dad separated when I was real young. So we moved from Pensacola back to Alabama. Mom was fighting cancer at the time. Grandmama and granddaddy moved us back. We got a little trailer and put beside us. We started staying there next to grandmama then.
Sure.
Then by the time I hit 10 years old, my mom remarried my stepdad. Blessing from him. You know, I got to shout that out.
For sure.
Man,
shout out stepdad, man.
He took care of 4 kids that wasn't his and never mentioned no other than his son, man.
For sure.
So growing up there, you know, he was a preacher. He was going through his thing. I watched my mom stand beside him, who just get his degrees and everything. My stepdad had a rough life too, you know. He came back and got into the church, and he grind, man. I seen that man steady travel back and forth to Montgomery, and I always felt like, he ain't my dad. Ain't too much he could tell me, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I was back and forth to Pensacola, back and forth. I ain't want to leave Pensacola, so I kept hanging in Pensacola, riding my bike over there.
For sure.
Every
Sunday. How far a ride was that?
Man, it take me, like my uncle them used to tell me, you get to Pensacola, we'll take you back to Alabama. So I get up on that bike early in the morning. I get to humping across that bridge, man. I make it over there to my grandma and my dear house. I'm cool. Just before it get dark, they'll load my bike back up in the truck, on the trunk of their car. Carry me back to Alabama, man, back to Lillian.
For sure.
So my dad, he really wanted us to go to church and be in the church. We had a church all day, man. I wasn't with that the young days.
Yeah, you wanted to make your own moves and stuff like that.
Yeah, I wanted to make my own moves, man.
So, take us back to like your early school, like when you was in school and stuff. How was you in school?
Well, in school, man, I love school. I had perfect attendance, man, unless I got suspended. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I always loved school. I mean, I graduated. Early times, you know, I played a lot of sports. I used to play baseball real good. Made All-Star every year, baseball, basketball. But I had a bad attitude, bro. I was a little man, so at the time I felt
small
like,
man complex.
Boy, bad.
Yeah.
Bad. Changed my name. Everybody used to call me Willie. I wasn't going for that no more. Everybody started calling me Lewis, man.
For sure.
I wasn't with all that.
You want your own identity.
I wanted my own thing. So when I got to Foley, I went to Alberta.
Yeah.
So Alberta was like a family-owned school, man. I mean, it was like a lot of hands-on hands, stuff at that school. I mean, if you failed in Alberta, it's just because you ain't want it. The teacher was on with you. I mean, they made sure you got your work. But when I hit Foley, got on a different mentality because, you know, back then there was, you ain't from Foley, you from Lillian, you from such and such. It was always some big ordeal going on.
So you had to basically make your name for yourself, pretty much.
I did that.
Yeah.
I made my name. They know one thing. Like I said, told people before, I ain't win every fight, but can't nobody say they whooped me and sent me home crying.
For sure. So, fast forward us a little bit to your teenage years and when you started getting involved in like the streets and stuff like that. What took place in that part of your life?
Well, going back and forth to Pensacola, you know what I'm saying, I got to see a lot of the things faster than on the Pope side. See, in Alabama, it's the Ibn side, really. On Pensacola, it's the Popes. They were really like deep over there. So just hanging around them, moving like they wanted to move. I just felt like Alabama was slow for me.
For sure.
So me and my cousin Al-B, we were like brothers. Shout out to Al-B. We were like brothers, you know what I'm saying? So me and him started venturing into other things, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So when it came to slow it down, when it came to graduating from high school, I graduated. The night I graduated, I threw my cap and gown in the air, grabbed the book bag, and told my mom, I'm out of here.
Yo, you moved out that same day?
Same day I graduated, there's no lie. Soon, mom was like, hey, you graduate, what you gonna do? I said, I'm out. I'm gone. Like, where you going? I said, I don't know, but I ain't staying in this house no more. Because I ain't want to go to church, man. I ain't want to be up on that roof. So I got to Pensacola, me and Al hooked up. And I remember starting out with $10, man. Me and Al, he had 10, I got 10. You know what we did with that? We doubled it up.
For sure.
Brought our first car together. You know what I mean? That joke brought a Burley Sabre, man. I think it was a 76 or 78 Sabre.
Y'all shared it?
Yeah, we split $754.
How y'all split that up though? Who chose who got the drive or whatever?
Well, we were like brother, man. We were just like, we went to Barber school. We was in Barber school. We like, man, let's do this, man. So we got the car. We was always together. We got kids the same age, and we talked to girlfriends, you know, they friends. You know, me and Al always been together. My brother Greg, we worked it out. We ain't have no problem. We shared the same clothes. Stayed in the same old bandit house. We had an old bandit house, man. Had one room fixed up, man.
So that's what move you made. Once you moved out with your people, y'all went to a bandit house?
Yeah, Dad had an old house that wasn't done. So we fixed that thing up, man. Fixed one little room up, bedroom. Put a hot plate in there, a little bit of refrigerator, and some bunk beds.
For sure.
And me and Al rocked like that.
Made a way.
Put ourselves through barber school. Got our license. Al taught me how to cut hair when I was 14.
So Al was older than you?
Yeah, Al older than me. He's 2 years older than me.
Okay.
I never hung with no young dude.
For sure. Yeah. You always with the older crowd, huh?
Yeah, the older crowd. I always into something.
For sure. So, okay, tell us about when you first got introduced. Well, you said y'all went and got y'all first, y'all put y'all money together, made y'all first little play. So tell me about once you start, you know what I'm saying, making your moves in the street, and you know what I'm saying, really
getting. When you start making the moves, you know, I always been the type of guy that wanted my own. You know what I'm saying? So like cutting hair, I would save my money. I never was a big spender. I would like to save because I said I'd never be broke.
For sure.
So I always was the one that out of me and Al, I'm the most the one that was like always on. I stood on business. Let's put it that way.
For sure.
I always wanted to be. I ain't like to reach out and ask nobody for no help, no nothing like that. So every little dime I made, I saved it. I brought my first car with $60,000.
For sure. Cash.
Yeah, my first car on my own.
Yeah.
Cash, but I only spent $1,500.
Tell me how that worked out.
Well, we grind, me and Al. We grind, man. We got up. Told Al about time for me to get me a car. Tired of riding, splitting.
Yeah.
He like, well, shoot, man. I give you the money that you put into the car for that. Al like, nah, I give you the money. You keep the car. Al like, I ain't want it. I like, bro, I want me another car. So me and my cousin Duck, Donna, we rolled out and found an old Cadillac. Duck said, how much money you got? I like, bro, I got stacks. So we went to the hotel room. We got 2 hotel rooms with 2 doors, and I stacked them up, $1,000 a piece all the way around the room, just to make sure we were counting it right.
Yeah, for sure.
And he like, man, what car you gonna get? I like, shoot, we'll find us a Cadillac. Went and brought me an old Cadillac for $1,500.
For sure.
I said, I ain't never going broke again, man.
For sure.
So we brought that little Cadillac. Me and Al, we crunk it from there. And he went and brought him I think it was a clarinet, a Dodge clarinet or something, a Comet, one of them.
Yeah.
He went and brought that, but I kept the Sabre, and I put a new engine in it and just rolled it around, put the Cadillac up.
So at this point, how old was you in your life when you was making, you know what I'm saying?
Making a move and decision like that, I just got out of the barber school, so I was about 18, 19.
Okay then. So tell me once you got to that so tell me what type of level of hustler you was. Like was you like a, you know what I'm saying? You was hand to hand, or was you?
Well, I had them days, man, where Jack Boy, what they call stick up kid. We did that, you know, got to using that old coke, you know what I'm saying? Started testing ourselves with that right there, snorting for a little bit, find out that ain't for me. I love money.
Yeah, for sure.
So with that being said, we started doing little robberies and stuff like that, jacking. Then one day I had robbed a dude, and a dude named Mike, Jose. Never forget Michael Jose. He came to me and he told me straight up. He said, "Man, you cut hair too good, and you out here in these streets with the bull." He said, "Come and holler at me, man. I got something for you." I went and hollered at him. He said, "Man, don't let me down." I ain't seen daylight since. You know what I'm saying? Straight to the top.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? He just wanted me to get out in the streets because I was doing some crazy stuff. There's a lot of, I mean, I shot Mike's name out because me and Mike did time and everything. Man, I always kept it 100 with me ever since I was a little jit.
For sure.
So when he did that for me, man, and like I said, he brought me out in the streets. We were fighting, shooting at each other. My best partner right now, my ace boom, his name, shout out to JB. You know what I'm
JB.
saying? That's part of the L and J right there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Never knew that. Never knew that.
That's my partner. You know, that man, we started out beefing with each other. And one day, accident happened. Police brought him to the house. I told the police straight up. I was like, "Didn't I tell you, man? I don't know who that was, man." And then he looked at me like, "Boy, y'all some real cat."
Yeah.
He said, "Man, let's squash this beef, man. Let's get this money together." And that's how me and him became partners to this day. That's my brother.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Even through the time we did and came back home, and man, they never left me, man.
Yeah. So Mike, he the one put you on though. So you saying he?
Yeah, I mean, he gave me that. I was already home, but he put me on that next level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He put me on the next level as, like, man, do right. You know, I was out there penny hustling, but I was saving.
Yeah.
See, it's level to, you go nickel, dime, dollars.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? He brought me from the nickel to the dime.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Once I got over the dime, then I was on the dollars. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So when I got the dollars, I already made my name, my reputation for itself. And God blessed me with a big family. So I was able to move around Pensacola with respect. You know what I'm saying? I ain't disrespect nobody's hood. I went through people's hood and I paid respect. You know what I'm saying? So I was one of the fewest young dudes. You got to listen now. I went to prison at 23.
Yeah.
I already had a reputation before then. So with me going from hood to hood and hustling in everybody's hood, respect had to come. And I gave that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I had a few run-ins with a couple cats over there, but we were men back then. We handled our business. We shook hands. Let's get this money together. We were not trying to kill each other or nothing like that. So you had to move that stuff like we was moving at a young age. I was one of the fewest dudes out there, young cats. To move that stuff like that and to travel like that, bro, you had to have a reputation. You couldn't be a pushover.
Yeah.
You ain't had to be no killer, no nothing, but you just had to have that respect.
For sure.
And so I earned that at a young age. You know, I handled business when business needed to be handled. So that's why, like I told you, I can get on my Facebook, I can get out here and say stuff, and because I own up to my shit ever since I was a young cat. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've been
right.
I've been in situations where, some cats they ain't hold their own. They told. I mean, I started when I was a juvenile. First incident I told you in juvenile. You know what I'm saying? I did what I did. I laid down. I did my time.
For sure.
Nobody else went down with me. I went by myself. So when I got old enough, they came at me again. I laid down, I did my time, kept my mouth closed because I signed up for the street. I didn't break the code.
So, take us, for our viewers that don't know you, take us through what you feel like, because you told us that you end up going to prison. So tell us what you feel like your downfall was that sent you to prison.
Hanging around fake, wannabe street like I told you, if you sign up to be out there hustling, man, be able to face the consequences when they come to you. Don't come telling me that your position or your condition of this or the situation you in made you do something. That ain't how it works, bro.
For sure.
It's like I tell people all the time. If you out there you hustling, you know it's jail or that graveyard.
For sure. You sign up for it.
You sign up for it. So when they come to you, man, hold your head up and take your lick, man. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean you know, like I tell dudes all the time, you were facing the same thing I was facing at a young age. You know, being a black man out there, hustling and selling drugs. The same rules applied to me applied to you. You feel weak.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't. So I got the right to stand and talk and speak on something that I stood strong for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you portrayed to be the street cat. But if you were real in the street, you wasn't far weak. No matter what you do out there, it's consequences behind your choices, man. And dudes don't want to accept that. They point the finger. You can't do that, bro.
For
If
sure.
you got to point your finger, get out the way, go to church.
Exactly. So, walk us through. First of all, how long was you sentenced in prison?
I was sentenced to 300 months. That's what the feds give you. So that's 25 years.
25 years old. At 23 years old.
Yeah, 23 years old, 1996.
So, walk our listeners through like you 23 and your first day in the prison. Like, walk us through that, and then explain to us, know what I'm saying, some of the experiences that you seen while incarcerated.
Well, being my first time going to prison, man, I ain't know what to really expect, but I knew I was a man because on that bed, my granddaddy, Clarence Irvin, God bless the dead, he told me, he said, son, I know you ain't the only one in this family out here doing that, but you're a man because you ain't running your mouth. You hold your head up, and no matter what you do, you stand on what you stand on. Become that man and always be that man. So when I walked in them prison doors, I had that on my shoulder. And when I got in there, all that make-believe stuff about they putting the press down on you, that wasn't like that back then. You had them driver license with your paperwork. And
For
my
sure.
paperwork means I was a stand-up dude.
It vouched for itself.
It vouched for itself.
For sure.
So it wasn't on that rundown, on nothing. They're like, dang, cuz they mess you up, boy. These hot jokers, these snitches, they don't got you, boy. We don't get them off the yard, that type of shit. I wasn't on that, oh, you a small dude, let me try it. It ain't nothing like that. You hold yourself as a man, you be respected as a man. Out here, they got you all portrayed as you got to be this type of person, this type. You still got to stand on your business, man. You stand on your business. I've been to 9 different prisons while I was locked up.
For sure.
And I ain't do but one prison close to my house because I had so many separtees or so many people that testified against me.
So they couldn't
I
house
went-
y'all together.
They sent me straight up north. Before I hit the compound, they got to make sure with nobody on the compound that had snitched on.
Okay, then.
You see what I'm saying?
So-
most of my time was up that highway, bro.
So it was a lot of people ratted on you. Like,
Oh yeah, it was a lot of only a few of us. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like to shout a lot of names out on the people that did that because our case was kind of big, and a lot of them are people that you know they in there. They got this little, they got a lot of little stuff going on still. You know what I'm saying with the court system. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of them, man. Just put it like this: some of the guys that I was with, they talking on American Most Wanted and all that. Them guys made it big out there from Miami all the way to D.C.
For sure.
Miami, D.C., Carolina, Atlanta.
You had ties all through all them.
All through. I got 25 years for whatever the group, the organization had going on.
For sure. So they labeled you like a kingpin or something
Yeah,
like that?
they hit me. They said I was serving over 100 keys in a week. I mean, a month.
Shit.
But guess what the thing
Fuck,
is,
I'm
though?
gonna take a shot at that.
But guess what the thing was? They never caught me with no drugs. They never got drugs from me, period.
So conspiracies.
It's just a dry conspiracy. I've never been busted for drugs, bro. A dry conspiracy and 15 to 20 people testifying that I sold them drugs. Even lied, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I tell the kids today, man, listen to that rap stuff if you want to, bro. But I got black and white paperwork show you that there's no phone conversation, no hand-to-hand sale, no no nothing, no video, no nothing.
No evidence against you.
Nothing. Even the judge and God my witness, man. My dad and my brother took the stand on my behalf, and they couldn't even believe the stuff that them people were saying. But the thing is, the judge even said, man, I don't think you got nothing to do with the conspiracy. Steve McNeil, God bless, dead. Me and him were going to trial together. He pleaded out. You know what I'm saying? Before we went, he stood up. He like, I don't even know why this man here. You know what I'm saying? The judge seen a table, 2 tables full of evidence, hotel room, car rental, everything you can name. But on that thing, boy, my name wasn't nowhere near.
For sure. For sure. So, going through that and knowing they had no evidence against you and going through that, what kept you motivated to get out and have your mindset so sharp to what you wanted to do and what you wanted to be when you got out? What kept you motivated?
Well, my children, for one thing. I had a good little thing with my kids. I would write them and talk to them. My mom and my Aunt Caroline, they were my go-to.
For
You
sure.
know what I'm saying? It was, in the time I was going through something, I ain't care nothing about the street. It took 2 years if I can get a female to come and see me off the street. Because I know one thing they're going to say all the time. Oh, you remember when I did you, when you did me like this? I ain't trying to hear that, man. I'm here facing I got 25 years on my back that I know the only way I can get off is the courts overturn something.
Yeah.
I ain't no snitch. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't even like I tell people, I had opportunity 2 times to come home. Because one, I was messing with the CO. 2, one, the boy got knocked out. They wanted me. I was like, bro, I'm not into that. Don't come to my door or blow me up on no bus, take me nowhere. I see y'all in court. Dude told me straight up, see you in 30.
For sure.
I told him, get him like you got me.
Huh.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was my first time. That's why I said no one can tell me about their situation made them do something.
Because you done been through the worst of situations and you still,
I
stayed
stayed
solid. For sure.
No matter what prison you sent, I've been all the way to the USP, all the way to the camp. I went to every level in prison that you can go to. And I still made it home. Still got a good reputation. Never been on no flaw shit. You know what I'm saying? Still on business the whole time I was there. What made me get my mind right was in 2001. And yeah, it is. I was 96 to 2001. I got up, used the restroom, and caught a glimpse of me in the mirror. And I was like, damn. That was exactly the word I said when I looked at myself. Like, damn, man. I'm going to be down there 50 when I get out of here. I done fucked up. I said, the only thing I can do, bro, is get my mind right because I don't know if my mother and my father are going to be alive, and that's my backbone. My brother now shot the grave.
For sure.
My brother, boy, that joke, when I say get on that highway, that boy got on that highway. When I say bring my kids, that boy did that. No problem.
For sure.
No hesitation. You know, I was doing my hustle. I was sending the money home. I sold everything, and JB, JB on my party like, boy, you ain't slow down since you been in here. I said, bro, I can't stop. They told me to do the time. They didn't tell me how to do it.
For sure.
So in 2001, I came to reality. You know what I'm saying? I was like, boy, I want to go home to 2019, 2022, because I had lost 3 years of good time. I was angry when I first got in there. Every joker that was doing that telling and snitching and shit, we were trying to handle our business with.
For sure.
So I ended up losing 3 years of good time. So my release date went from 19 to 22. And then when I woke up, I was like, hey, man, what can I do? So I didn't run to religion because I already been in religion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had to get spiritual connected to myself. And that's why people always hear me saying, be yourself, understand yourself first. And when I started understanding how I put myself in the position to be in here for 25 years, a load came off me. I read a book called Houses of Healing, and I read a book called Never Sweat the Small Stuff.
For sure.
When I got that book, I went to the psychology department. I said, hey, man, I need something to make me understand life. You know what I'm saying? Break these barriers that I got built up. Like I've been taught how to be a man and all this stuff here, all this make believe fantasy stuff, that was going on in my mind.
Yeah.
So she said, well, Miss Beck, Miss Brockett said, grab this book right here called Houses of Healing. And what that book did, man, it took all the stereotype stuff that we learn as we growing up and make you come to realization of who you are.
Yeah.
So I went from like the first time they asked me, like, how you feel about drugs? I like, hell, you were taught the same way I was taught. You want to use, I want to sell. So what's the big difference? And she said, in a year time, I'm going to ask you the same question, and you're going to tell me something different. I'm like, I stand on that, lady.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I went through the little program, and I said, you know what? I would like to do this program on another level. That's where I got the youth program from. I said, I want to do this on another level. She's like, what it is? So shout out to Tony, Carlos, Tony, Pop, all them boys, they affiliated. They G.
Yeah.
And I'm not a G. I don't join no game.
You ain't no gang banger. You just
game bang.
solo dolo.
Affiliate with and Trav. I got Trav.
Yeah.
So all them boys, they on that. They brothers of the struggle. They own education. They had to go to school. They got through all this. They wasn't out there rolling. They was on some real
knowledge shit.
Yeah, knowledge
Putting
shit.
people on knowledge. Yeah.
So I was like, hey man, let's start the program. So we started the program, and we finessed the program called the Goals program. We started talking to kids. We got that board to bring the kids from the outside. I would talk to them in R&D, introduce them to the prison system and all that. I started doing that. Next thing I know, man, I'm running the whole program in the prison. But I'm still Lewis.
Yeah.
I still get out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't have to fake. I stay me. Dude know not to cross me. They know I'm going to do what I got to do while I'm in there. They maintain. But I still was learning for dealing with them kids. So I started educating myself with that. I ended up doing 500 hours of counseling, psychology.
Yeah.
I can go to school and sign up right now and get a degree.
For sure.
You know,
because you didn't did your time. You didn't did your hours.
Qualified hours. I got paperwork, so I got qualified hours for it.
Yeah.
So we started running that, man. I just started thinking, I'm like, bro, how can I better myself when I get out them doors? So I stopped smoking, started working out. You know what I'm saying? I still played ball. I still hung with the bad boy. That's why I got so much respect for street dudes.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I ain't trying to change you, man. You got to change yourself. And I'm letting you know I don't do no judging. So if you out there in the street, you playing around, you say, hey, Mr. Lou, what's up with you? Like, Pope, what's up with you? I'm going to dap you up and love you like you showing me.
For sure.
I ain't looking down on you or shine down on you. But one day you got to answer to that. You know what I'm saying? And I hope that you see the motivation of me coming from a street dude to a stand-up dude. That'll motivate you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't all, you know what I'm saying? I can't sit up there and preach to you about your wrongs, bro.
Yeah.
Who am I?
Who am I? Who am I to judge you? Like,
yeah, I can't do that.
A lot of times we all come from different backgrounds, raised different ways. It's hard to know what I'm saying. You can't judge somebody because I don't know where you came from.
I don't know what you
how you was raised, what you seen. You feel me? So
I respect the fact what you show me. When you show me, that's what I deal with. You know what I'm saying? When I started dealing with them cats said, hey, Lewis ain't in the street. Lewis ain't hustling like that no more. Lewis making, and that joker still ain't changed. I still got dudes right now. I still have like 8, 9 dudes that's all over, man. Because like I said, when I was up north, man, I didn't have Pensacola dudes. I didn't have Alabama dudes, Foley or Lee dudes. I'm by myself.
Yeah.
So all my friends from Texas, Northern Alabama, South Georgia, down south, all my buddies, like, I mean, my ride or die buddies, they ain't grew up with me.
Yeah, for sure.
But I know they never put me in no harm's way. I never put them in no harm's way. And we ran our business. We stood on business. We didn't have to go out there and knife up and all that. It was conversation.
Yeah.
It was conversation, how you carry yourself.
You can handle your business just on how you treat people and handle yourself.
That's
all you got to do.
So, go ahead, bro.
Okay, so I wanted to get to the point, okay, after, you know what I'm saying, you did your bid, and then you got back out here in this free world. How did you adjust? What was the adjustments, and how you adjusted from being in that jungle, you know what I'm saying, that prison system, to coming out here into the streets.
But I ain't had to adjust because I was getting right. You got to understand, 2001 to 22, I wasn't getting ready for tomorrow. I was getting ready for my future.
Yeah.
So you got to understand, I got immediately released. I'm sleeping in the bed and they wake me up and say, "You out of here."
What year was that?
That was 2012. See, it was 2011. Let me tell you a little story about that. 2011, they woke me up. They said, "You got some play on your case." I'm like, "Man, stop playing." So Ms. Moore, the counselor, she's like, "No, come to the council office." I walked to the council office. They said, "Hey, Pope," they said, "Lubbock, Texas, I got the paperwork. You get immediately released." I'm like, "You for real?" She's like, "Yeah, we're finna cut your phone off. So make you one phone call." So I like, "All right, let me call my mom." So I called mom.
That was the best conversation you ever had with your mama, wasn't it?
Mm.
That was the best conversation you ever had.
And so my mom said, I said, "Mom, look, if they let me out." She said, "Let you out?" I said, "Yeah." The people just said, "Immediately release." She's like, "Okay, what I need to do?" I like, "Shoot, they say a bus don't take 3 days. They ain't buying no plane ticket. I got to buy it myself." She said, "Well, your brother them on the way." So my brother and my cousin Raven, G Money, they jump in the car. They headed to Calvin, Bentonville, South Carolina at a camp. I've been there like 9 months.
Yeah.
Now, I just got there. Running wild. Shout out to Bentonville, boy, because I was running wild in Bentonville, boy.
They know you up there.
FLA. That's what I was, the FLA up there, baby. They know it. I was leaving that joker left and right, boy. Every time the doors open up at nighttime, I'm out of there. I'm gone. So, anyway, I called mom. I was like, "Hey, I'm out." She said, "Okay, they on their way." So Ms. Moore said, "They won't be here." I said, "They won't be here for an 9-hour drive." So it's early in the morning. So I was like, "They won't be here till about 4 or 5. She's like, "As long as you make it 4 o'clock count, you're good." So my brother and G, they on their way to get me. So she's like, "Well, go on, pack your stuff." So I went back, and Tyrone, shout out to T.Y. from Pensacola. He was my celly at the time.
Yeah.
So I said, "Yeah, man, I'm gone, boy. I'm out of here." He's like, "Well, what you doing?" I said, "Hold up. Wait till I go out the door before I give all this stuff." I've been to Barber the day I walked in prison. I was in that barber shop.
So that's how you, that was your hustle?
Yeah.
In there?
Because, back then when you go in 96, you had the trade. They tried to put you in your trade. So when I walked in that door, they knew all I did was cut hair all day, ran tickets, and gamble. That's all I did. Played sports.
Yeah.
I wasn't with the bull unless you brought it to me. Still on business. You know what
For
I'm
sure.
saying? So I went back. I tell them, I like, "Hey, man, I'm about to go." So everybody happy for me, I've been down 15 and some change at the time.
Yeah.
So I like, "Yeah, man, I'm out of here, boy. Ain't nothing they can do to me no more. I'm gone." So 3 o'clock got there. Like, "Man, they ain't called me back yet." Till I said, "Man, they supposed to call you back there." I said, "They finna get ready to count at 4 o'clock. Let me walk back into the council office." Soon I got ready to walk back. They called me on the speaker. "Pope, report to the council office." He was like, "All right, boy, you gone." I said, "I'm finna go back there." So when I walk back there, I see the chaplain, I see the psychology department, I see all them back there. I was like, man, when they used to have them people back there, somebody died in your family, you finna get some bad news. So I'm looking at them. So I was like, "Miss Moore, what's going on?" She said, "Have a seat." Sat down. She said, "What you did in the last 15 and a half years?" I said, "Time." She said, "Baby, you don't got no good time." She said, "You done lost all of that." She said, "You owe these people 70 days. I said, "What that mean?" She said, "You can't leave." I said, "Well, let me call my mama real quick." So I called my mama. "Hey, call Greg and tell him to turn around. I ain't leaving." She's like, "Why you ain't leaving?" I was like, "I'll talk to you later." I said, "I'm going to call you from the phone and I can't talk right now, but I ain't leaving today. But I'm leaving soon, but it won't be today." So I was like, "Baby." I said, "Mom, I got to go." I hang the phone up. So Chaplain said, "Mr. Pope, you want me to talk to you?" I'm like, "Talk to me about what? You saying 70 days and I can walk out the door? Ain't nothing else y'all can do to me?"
Yeah.
She's like, "Nah." I said, "Well, send me on back then."
I do them 7 days.
I do them 7 days with nothing. So I went back there to the back. Here come the warden and little Joe. Little Joe, my little partner up there too. So he came up. He said, "Hey, Pope, heard about the new bad news." He said, but you're a real convict. He said, I know you leaving my prison, and I know you got a phone. He said, you just take them back with you because the inmates don't know what to do with them.
What are you talking about, the phone?
They told me the phone and everything. So I laid down for 70 days, man. And on January 22nd, they bust them doors up in 2012.
Man, how that felt walking out them doors, man?
Scary, bro.
You didn't know what to expect.
I didn't know what to expect for real, cause I was able to get home. My son, Devontae, he was having his senior game that year. And that was his last game. I never got to see him. I can remember my kid was only 4 years old.
When you left the street?
When I left the street, I got 7 kids.
At that time?
At that time. I got 8 now, but I had 7 at that time.
Yeah.
And the oldest one was just a year old. So when I got to see my son play, he won the dunk contest. We went in the locker room. We locked up. We wrestled, dragged him. Cause I was a little bigger then. I was working out then. Grab him, put him on top of the ceiling, show him like, hey, this is what it is. But love for him. But he was smelling himself, so he's like, hey, Dad, I'll try you. So we locked up in the locker room. The coach like, what going on? I said, I'm the real daddy.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? We just gave each other a hug and we walked out together, me and my son. So I got to see him play basketball. That last senior game he won, and he won the dunk contest.
So that was a good experience for you. For sure.
I brought my own plane ticket. People said they said 3 days on the bus. I was like, no. So I had a little bread.
Yeah, for sure.
Brought my little plane ticket. I flew home to Tobias. My mom and all them met me at the airport.
For sure. That was like how that was when you got off that plane and seen your people.
Hey, man, that jump for real, too. When they said when you eat something you throw up, I stopped at Hardee's and got me a Frisco burger. By the time I got the parking lot, I let it all out the back seat.
What, just being excited?
Just the food different, bro.
Oh, yeah. You had to adjust to that because you been in that prison.
Burger, man, that burger tastes so good. By the time my brother got out the drive-thru,
he throw it up.
I was like, pull up. Pull on, they let out, boy. They just like.
So, boom, when you touched down, so once you start getting on your grind, what were some of the moves you made when you hit this soil and you start getting on your grind? What's some of the moves you started making?
Well, the first move I did, I had talked to Albie. They had just opened the barbershop in Foley. So I was like, cuz, this is where we started at. He's like, yeah, doors open for you. So he gave me that opportunity. I turned that shit into a blessing.
For sure. Never stop.
Never stop. I tell people all the time I was in the corner with one little light and a little bit of mirror. Hey, I was in the big fancy room, TV, PlayStation. I ain't care nothing. I wasn't hating. I wasn't mad. I just respect the fact that he gave me a chance.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So him and Miss Sheila Field, they gave me a shot at it. You know what I'm saying? From day one, they're like, hey, you don't owe me nothing. I'm like, no, I'm going to pay my way. I don't care if I made $100. I gave $50 a week. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't much, but I'm just letting them know I'm serious about my thing. And then my cousin Stone, Alvin, he gave me my first job putting insulation in the house. Let me tell you how I did it. I worked there about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Man, I went out there doing a little insulation and a little ceiling and shooting. It was raining one day. The man wanted to pick these insulation bundles up and carry them upstairs. When I'm trying to get the Mexicans to put it on a forklift and put it on the 3rd floor, all the Mexican wanted was some beer.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, I go to the store, I buy you a 6-pack, but the boss man was there. So the boss man said, what I look like getting another employee, some other company employee, some beer.
Yeah.
I said, man, I'm not gonna walk all this stuff up there, man. He
not
said,
gonna happen.
What you gonna do? I said, I'm gonna sit on the truck till work is over with. So he's like, we're not taking you, we was in Mobile. He's like, I'm not taking you back to Pensacola. I was like, shoot, it's 8 hours. I sit in the truck for 8 hours. I sat in the truck, man. When 8 hours up, we came back to Pensacola. I told B, I'm full time over here. I don't care if I make $25. Ain't nobody finna slave me, man.
For sure.
And so that was me and that work. But and another thing, bro, I never worked for no one. From 14, I was at my mom's shop with my Uncle Dave.
So that was just like a family business type thing. You ain't never really worked for nobody else, no. So you wasn't used to that. Like somebody telling you what to do and
I ain't do that.
pretty much slaving you.
Yeah. Slaving. Like, I understand you don't want to buy another company employee no beer, but you wasn't buying it. I was buying it. Basically, it said buy some beer, you're going to take this stuff and put it up on the 3rd floor for it.
Exactly. You buy him some beer and he was making your life easy.
Yeah, he want me to carry the bundles up 3 flights of stairs. Man, I'm
not one of
Stone,
them.
I appreciate Stone. I told Stone, I appreciate you, man, for giving me the opportunity. This ain't for me.
Yeah, I'm not one of them.
I'm not one of them.
But
So I became full term at the barbershop, man. I came on 2012, man. I was probably making $300 to $400 a week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So how you maneuvered your way up? So like you was making 300-400. So did you just start getting better, or people started finding out about you, or what? How you got better? Or
Me and LB decided to go in business together, and we opened up Uptown Barbershop, that little small building on 98 on Lower. We decided to go partners on that. Everybody thought that was LB building by itself. It was mine, but I was on probation.
Yeah.
I couldn't spend over $500 a month, so I just kept quiet.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I kept quiet. I got my bread though. Everybody go to air shop, then go to air shop. I wasn't worrying about what title you put on it. I knew what it was from day one. We both went 50-50 down the middle.
For sure.
We decided to do that on our own. See what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So everybody's out there. So when everybody see me in the barbershop by myself, I was on there because that was my money, my investment in myself. You know what I'm saying? I ain't depend on nobody else. I depended on me. I opened the door and I sat up in that car and I did all that. I wanted, not for nobody else, man. And so when I pat myself on the back, I deserve all of that.
Yeah.
Because I put in the work.
For sure.
You know, for 8 years straight, bro. I never took a day off. If it wasn't a graduation or a wedding to go to, Lou was at work.
Grinding.
And I'm going to give this shout out to Pensacola, bro. When I came home, no lie, bro, they showed me so much love. That's how I brought my first car.
When you got home.
When I got home.
Tell us about that.
I mean, everywhere I went in Pensacola, I swear for God, bro, the streets were giving me money, showing me love. And that's why I pay so much homage back to Pensacola.
For sure.
And before I even knew it, bro, I had enough money to buy a car. And I went in there and I brought that.
What you got?
I got 2,000 Impala, bro. I ain't even pick it out. My brother picked it out. I was at work. I ain't want to miss work. And I said, hey, man, it says a car with that Pete Moore. Go there and check it out. My brother went and got that car. Greg went over there, looked at the car. He's like, boy, you'll like it. And drove it off the lot. Then 2 weeks later, the probation officer come to me and say, you spent over $500 on the car? I said,
yeah.
I said, no. I said, my mama brought that car. I just paid the notes on it. He said, oh, cause we red flagged you for spending over $500.
You literally couldn't spend $500 in a month?
Over $500 a month without reporting.
Damn.
And they wasn't playing. And people pulled up, and I was just on my shit. And I just said, hey, my mama done brought that car. I'm just paying the notes on it.
Shit. So, boom. You said you went 8 days. I mean, you was working 8 days a week, and you was 7 days a week. And you said you was just working straight.
Straight, bro. Go out in the club, hang out, want to be free, just want to no confinement. You know, I just wanted to live.
Yeah, so enjoying that freedom. And
there's so many people, Mr. Herb. That man prayed for me, Bernie Herb. And God bless their Rod Daddy.
Yeah.
And Rod showed me in the Bible that he had my business card about 4 times in the Bible. Mr. Herb told me no matter what I do, don't stop. He told me that. I used to go to Mr. Herb's house, cut his hair. He used to come up there. I used to be the only one. He'll call me. That man never doubted me.
For sure.
From day one. And he didn't even know me. That's how much he was into me. Everybody, Lou gonna be back in the street. Lou gonna do this. Lou gonna do that. Lou ain't gonna make it. But see, they ain't know my desire.
Yeah.
You wasn't finna sit out here. That's one thing about me. You wasn't finna sit and say, all that joker did was sell dope. Look at him. He's a bum. He ain't got nothing. You wasn't finna say that about me.
For sure.
My mama cried tears out of her eyes and said, why won't you let me help you? I said, Mom, you helped me long enough. I did 16 years. I got this, baby.
Yeah.
She said, I just don't want you to do nothing stupid. I was like, Mom, I ain't gonna do nothing stupid. I I ain't gonna let y'all down. I got this.
I'm moving different now.
I'm moving different. I can't procrastinate. And I got on it, boy. And when I got on it, wasn't no stopping. I said I made sacrifices, friendship, family, relationship, whatever the hell it was. I didn't give a damn about that, man. Because I know them 16 years I was in that prison, bro. My mama and my brother.
That's who had you.
That's who had
That's
me.
all you. That's the only opinion you care
That's the
about.
only ones I cared about.
Cause yeah, when you know you was at your lowest, that's who cared about you. That's who looked out for you. So at this point, I don't care about nobody else's opinion.
I ain't care nothing about it. When I came home, what I told her, I had called a little meeting in Lee. We all sitting in my grandmama's yard. I said, this ain't Lee. I said, when I was growing up here, we was a family. It was us. Now, this one don't talk, this one don't talk. I said, none of y'all own nothing. Ain't none of y'all resting that night not worrying about no bills. I need to get off of that, bro. I love family.
Yeah.
I help, man, I motivated more people than they really want to give me credit for since I've been out. And they ain't just my family. A lot of people in position now for dealing with me.
For sure. I can honestly say you motivated me. You didn't taught me a lot. I done learned a lot from you. Just, you know what I'm saying?
You been with
Conversation.
Me for a minute.
Yeah. To be honest, I remember passing by your shop when you first got out, and I just seen it was a barber shop. I ain't know you from a can of paint. Just pulled up, you know what I'm saying, and got a cut, and just from then, you know what I'm saying, we've been locked in ever since. You know what I'm saying? Never had no problem.
When I did the youth program, you rolled with me. You know what I'm saying? You
For
didn't
sure.
understand. I kept telling you, like, Rick, I ain't gonna leave you. I got you. If we get big, we're gonna ride together. I meant that shit.
So, hold up. Tell us about that. I wanted to get into that. Tell us what gave you that motivation, and what gave you, why you wanted to start a youth program once you got out and, you know what I'm saying, got yourself together.
Because when I was in the barbershop, man, a lot of those young kids, man, just be real with you, I never seen, I've been in the barbershop my whole life almost, man. Beauty shop and barbershop. For the far as I remember, it never was full of women. It always was the man bringing the boy to get a haircut. And when I got here, you know, I was on swole, so I kept my tank top on. I had so many negativity stuff about that woman bringing the baby up there to get a haircut, but you come without your son.
Yeah.
But you telling your girlfriend don't come around because you look like she'll go. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And you stopping my money. I ain't interfering with no woman, but when it comes to my money, you can't lay down on me and get no free cut. You gonna pay.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And so when I started seeing that, and them kids like, Lewis, ain't nothing to do around. Ain't nothing to do. I like, well, Tobias, let's do this right here. I said, when I get off probation, I'm gonna crank this youth program up. I said, I already got the blueprint because I did it in prison. I said, I got the blueprint. You just got to ride with me. He jumped the gun. He went and started somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They bumped heads. They brought that to my door. When you brought it to my door, I told you what I stand at. And everybody know, I tell them what I stand at. Hey, you ain't finna come up here and do nothing. What you gonna do is just whatever y'all had going on, y'all split that between y'all. But you ain't coming up at Uptown and think you finna run nothing. I stand on that. You're not gonna disrespect me and think I'm gonna bow down to you.
For sure.
So I went ahead and broke that little incident up. Told the buyer, I told you to wait from the beginning. And we started it off from there.
For sure.
But I always wanted to help the kids because the thing when we were taught coming up, when we were shorted, everywhere we went, we had a grown up with us. And no way I can go to the park at the age of 9 to 10 years old without an adult.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And what made my program successful, and the only reason why I fell off was during COVID. I never got a grant. I've been having my program since 2017, no grant money. I got out there and I earned that money with them kids. See, people didn't realize kids were thankful for going places, so they get up and come and work. They don't care about you buying them no PlayStation and no nothing. If they feel like they can earn their way to make themselves happy, they're gonna come out there.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what they did. So when they got up in the morning, came, watched them cars, and stood at their store, I took them places.
Yeah.
They respect me to this day. They 22 years old now, and they still talk about MCM.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like I told them, if I could go get a grant, if I had to sell my soul for Rick to get a grant, we ain't getting it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I done did all kind of charity work with Snook program, the fire department, the police department, the nursing home, the school board. I did all that, and I still ain't got a grant.
Yeah.
I ain't kissing no ass, bro.
For sure.
I just ain't gonna do it. So people get in that circle. They feel like just cause they can control you with a little money, you gonna do what they want to do. But I never figure out why Foley don't have a black owner, and I ain't even about race. You know what I'm saying? But you go look at that football field, and you go look at that baseball field, and look behind that desk. What do you see?
All of them.
But you go on that football field. But you go on that football field, and you look at them coaches. What do you see?
Yeah.
But you go to Pensacola, go to Fort Walton, go to Mobile. You're gonna look behind the desk. You're gonna see the people that earned that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they won't wake up. Because you know why? I can't give you no money an hour. I can't give you no kind of benefit. We got to earn that, man.
For sure.
We put in our work, we get all that. But you don't want to sacrifice. But you want to complain while they pimping you.
Yeah, you gotta make sacrifices.
Got to make them, man.
Gotta make them. In every aspect of life, if you want to do something, you got to.
You got to.
Gotta give something up.
God promised you one thing in life, man. He's a merciful God. He promised you one thing in life. You open and close your eyes. If you control everything that you do, bro, what's the free mind and choice that they preach
We ought to
about?
be the same. We ought to be walking around here the same. Nobody be different.
Yeah, you got to know the consequence between your choices.
For sure. So, if any young viewers watching this, or even old viewers watching this, what's some advice Louis Pope would give to them?
The older cat, I give the advice for the world is changing, man. You watch TV, you look at everything, black and white is coming together. You got to accept that, bro. Everybody that's white is not bad. Everybody that's black is not good.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Stop separating it from black and white and judge people off character and merit.
You got to have that mental right.
Yeah.
If a person ain't mentally connected to you with the same vibe, leave them alone, bro. Stop saying. See, I use this all the time. A snake is a snake. You might be the type of dude to try to find out be poison or not. I ain't fucking with him because
he's a snake.
He's a snake.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? For the young dude out there in the world, man, the young cats that coming up, young girls that coming up, man, find out who you are, man. Be happy with yourself. You'll govern yourself up under your own laws once you find out who you are. If you try to fit in any group, you're gonna lose because you're gonna pretend.
For sure.
So when the storm come, like I tell people all the time, I can tell you to paint a picture. I want you to paint this picture with water paint. And I want you to paint this picture in oil paint. Now here comes the storm. Both of them pretty pictures.
For sure.
But when the storm comes, the oil paint gonna last, man. Water paint gonna wear away. Don't be that water paint.
For sure.
You feel what I'm saying?
I get
know
exactly
who you
what you're
are,
saying.
bro.
Yeah.
Know who you are. And when you find out who you are, bro, can't nobody stop you. Only one person in this world can stop your life, and that's when he won't open your eyes, and that's God. When God open them eyes, you dictate what goes on that day.
Yeah.
So if you, like I tell people, you get on that highway right now, God wake you up, and you get on that highway, and you run 110 miles an hour. Don't say God made you do that. You did. So the consequence of you killing somebody or getting killed, that's on you.
You woke up. He woke you up. That's the only thing he did.
That's all he supposed
all
to
the
do.
choices was on you that
That's
you
it.
made during that day.
That's your free will, man.
Yeah.
Your conscience is your sin. If you got to sit there and fight yourself, bro, you know it ain't right. Straighten your life, man.
For sure.
Religion to me, I'm a righteous person, not religion. But religion is man-made.
Yeah.
You can look that up. I stand on that.
But you know right from wrong.
You know right from wrong.
Yeah.
It's just like Circle K is a gas station in the middle of town. It's 50 ways to get to Circle K, but the obvious is to get gas.
For sure. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. So if you take the left and you want to go to the left and you comfortable with that left and you getting your gas, my hat goes off to you. If you go right, get to your gas, my hat goes off to you. Just get to the point in life, man, where there's peace and you one with him. Because nobody really know how to get there, man.
We all trying to figure it out.
Everybody trying to figure it out.
Exactly.
But when you get in tune with your temple, man, your mindset, that's your temple. Your mind is your temple. Once you get in tune with your mind, can't nobody stop you, bro. Because you answer to no one.
Exactly.
You answer to no one, bro. God already told you that. Answer to no man, put no man before me.
You right, too.
You got to be righteousness inside yourself, brother.
So, what's some things you got coming up? Like, you know, I know you in the community. You do a lot of different things. What's some things you got coming up?
Right now, I got in July, the way things going right now, if everything go right, July the 21st, we're supposed to be having a Jamaican Day. I did it last year. And a different guy doing it. And he's saying the 21st, so I hope that goes through. And then me personally, I'm trying to bring the older crowd around. I have about 4.5, 6 acres of land, and I'm finna crank that up and have grown folk things to do in the park. And when I mean by grown folk, not just music, it's the activity.
For sure.
We need something to bring us together and not look down on one another. You know what I'm saying? So I got that going on. Everything gonna be in lean because I don't have no overhead there. You know what I'm saying? So I got to use what I got to get what I want. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. For sure.
And with this program, you know, the scholarship coming up. You know, every year I give out a scholarship in my grandmother's name. The Fuller High School that coming. I would like it for it to get bigger, but like I said, I'm in my own lane.
For sure.
So I raise what I can.
It's all on you. It ain't like you got no help and nobody sponsoring. So
that's right. So I give what I give. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I raise, I give it. You know what I'm saying? And what else?
Shout out to Barbershop.
Yeah, L&J, Multicultural Barbershop, the hardest barbershop in Baldwin County. If you grow up.
Yeah, so shout out to Barbershop too, man. You got to shout out to Barbershop.
Yeah, L&J Multicultural Barbershop, the hottest barbershop in Baldwin County. If you grow it, we cut it. If you don't, we shave it. One thing we know how to do is get this money, man.
We gonna get this money, man. But yeah, man, you can catch me Ricky on Facebook, Ricky Daily, Instagram, Mr. Up All of a Sudden, TikTok, Mr. Up All of a Sudden, Snapchat, Rick D22. You can also follow the YouTube channel, Keeping the G with Rick D TV. Like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. We just locked in another episode of Keeping the G with Rick D. We got my boy Pope in the building. Yeah, and we out of here. Bet.
Thinking of a way to get rich, nigga. I'm keeping it G with Rick. Gotta talk about this shit, nigga. I'm keeping it G with Rick. When I wanna pop my shit, I'm keeping it G with Rick. Wanna talk about a little bitch, I'm keeping it G with Rick. Thinking of a way to get rich, I'm keeping it G with Rick. Gotta talk about this shit, nigga. I'm keeping it G with Rick. I had to sit down Rick. I gotta think of a get rich scheme to go legit. I just wanna politic. Talk to a nigga with some sense. A nigga that came from the bricks. A nigga that's on the same shit. Whatever it takes.